We are live. I have just been enjoying my time before the show with Phill immensely here. So welcome to the Fox Den, everybody. My guest tonight is Phill Renton, spirit guide, spirit medium, spirit guide. He's talking about my spirit guide, spiritualist, spirit medium from the UK, who is actually here at 1 p.m. his time, staying up very late to be with us here tonight, which is fabulous. And
Yep.
He's been just telling me all about some of the stuff that my spirits around me, my guides and things, and lots of advice and some pretty powerful advice, to say the least. But welcome to the show, Phill. Really appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Gina. Thank you for inviting me on.
Yeah, been staying up so late
It's
for us.
no, it's actually 1 a.m. here
Yeah,
on Friday the 13th, which is
yeah.
so unusual to come on to a psychic show on Friday the 13th. When you sent my invitation, it was for Thursday the 12th. I didn't realize I was actually coming on Friday the 13th.
Right, right.
Oh, yes.
So how is Friday the 13th? We haven't gotten there yet. We're 5 hours away from Friday the 13th.
No, I passed my driving tests first time round on Friday the 13th.
Really? Good
Yeah,
day for you.
my primary spirit guide is a Knight Templar.
No kidding.
Do
That's
you
why you have
know?
nights on your website. Okay.
Yes, yes. Do you know
Mm.
the story of Friday the 13th? Why it's superstitious?
No, I really don't. I
Okay,
just know that it is.
right. As you know, the Templars looked after people who were travelling to the Holy Land, and they were the first international banking company. They looked after people. Say someone was traveling from London to the Holy Land, they would go to a Templar church or Templar place. They would give them the money. They would get a slip of paper with certain codes on. They would travel to the Holy Land and they would go to another Templar place and they would give this slip in and they would get the money back in gold coins or whatever. This slip of paper was a promissory of what the value of the money was that they were taking over. So on Friday the 13th, I don't know what exactly the year, but the French king and the Roman Catholic Pope decided that Templars were too powerful, too valuable, had too much money and wanted the money to themselves.
Ah,
They arrested all the Knights Templars, all the people. They tried to get the money. All the Knights Templars' money disappeared. The
oh my God.
Crusaders, they never found that money, and they did some very terrible things to the Templars. The Grand Master was burnt alive. Before he died, he put a curse, if you will, on the French king and the Pope and told them that both would die within a year, and they both died within a year.
Wow.
And they died with no money because
Huh.
neither one of them got the money from the Templars.
Wow. Wow.
So
Oh
that's
my.
why Friday the 13th, because the Templars, Knights Templars, was all disbanded and stopped on Friday the 13th.
Huh. Well, thank you for that
So,
little
no,
tidbit.
right.
That's crazy. But like if you guys have a question for Phill, okay, to see if there's someone or something that wants to send you a message, just put it in the chat and we'll let him do some stuff. He'll pretty much amaze you. Okay. He was amazing me for I don't even know what time we were like, you want to do a test? It was like 7 o'clock. And then all of a sudden it's like, oh my God, it's 8 o'clock and we have to go live.
Yeah.
So it's been fun. I got to tell you guys how I met Phill. Okay. I was just scrolling through Facebook one day. You know how we do that. And all of a sudden he's sitting there doing readings. And it was like one of these days that I kind of was like, you know what? Let me check this out. I said, all right, you got a message for me. And immediately you were like, I'm getting this and you're doing this. And I just got engaged, right? Just got engaged. And then you were like, and then you start telling me about the people around and saying stuff like it's about time and all this kind of stuff. And I'm like, oh my God, because it was, it's been a long time, a long time coming. And, so it's like everything that you said was just like spot on, spot on, spot on, spot on. And I never met you. I didn't know you from a hole in the wall.
No.
You didn't know I just got engaged. You had no clue. Right. And it was like, oh my God, I love this. So if you guys do have any question, or if you want to know if you're getting a message from a loved one or a spirit guide, or, and you always got to remember, it's you may not get what you want to hear, but you get what you need to hear. But
True.
that was funny. That was good. And he does a lot of things so he's in the UK. So he's at 1 a.m. his time, and he does a lot of what do you call them? You call them suppers, right? So psychic suppers.
I describe myself as a platform medium. So in the UK, we have churches and spiritualist churches and centres. And basically, we will stand up in front of a congregation and read. We do what's called a demonstration. And at demonstration, you'll speak to 5 or 6 or however many messages you have for the people. I always say to people, I do not choose who I go to. I see an energy or I see a spirit around that person. I ask them about the connection, who it is I've got. Once I've established a link with that person and I know that the spirit is for them, then I'll continue giving them a message. But the psychic suppers you talk about, what various churches do is they do like fish and chips, or they'll do certain food, and they have different tables. Say they have 8 tables, and each table has a medium on that table. You might have about 7 or 8 people on that table, and you give a message to each person on that table, and then we all eat food, or whether before, and that's why it's called a psychic supper.
Nice.
It really is. You've no idea who you're going to speak to. You've no idea what is going to happen, and it really is interesting.
That is. I used to do that thing with my old partner, psychic medium Chris George. We used to have parapsychic events. I would take, we'd have like so many people. If we had 30 people, I would take 15, and he would take 15. And he would give them readings around the table. And then I would take them in and do, paranormal stuff, show them about, paranormal equipment and all that in another room. And then we'd switch groups, It was always fun. But we call them, he calls it, what's he call it? Psychic poker is what he called it. Because he would do these cards, like oracle cards. He would have all these decks and just make this big movie. And it was fun. And it was really a lot of fun. But Lisa D'Estachio says, would my spirit guide like to tell me something? Hi, Lisa.
Hi, Lisa. Nice to meet you. The thing that's coming across at the present moment, there's a lady in spirit that's with you. And this lady's got very grey hair, quite long grey hair. I feel as though she was the matriarch of the family, and she's having difficulty breathing. So I feel as though she passed with breathing problems. But she wants you to take a breath. She wants you to breathe more deeply. It's as though you're doing things and you're holding on to this breath that's in your lungs, and you're not letting yourself relax. And she really wants you to breathe, take deep breaths, and just chill out, relax a bit, as though you're stressing yourself so much at the moment when you're putting yourself in a difficult situation when you don't need to be in that difficult situation. And it's a lot about just breathing techniques, just taking breath, just in the forces, in the military forces, they always turn around and say, take a knee. And the reason why you take a knee is because you can breathe. When you stop, you take a knee, you breathe. Breathe it deep in, deep out. You allow the oxygen into your body. And that seems to be something that's very important for you at present moment, Lisa. I'm also getting the color green. Now, green to me is very much about healing. It's very much about pulmonary. There are the chakras for me. The heart chakra is divided into two. There's the green, which is the pulmonary, and there's the pink, which is emotional healing. But I've got healing, heart healing. So I've got real, how can I put this? It's as though you're holding onto your heart and you're not taking enough oxygen. You need to breathe really deeply and let yourself relax, chillax. I've got a gentleman that's also with you, but wanting you to, he's putting his hand on his left hand is on your left shoulder, and he's like massaging your left shoulder, saying, just relax, calm down, right? Yeah, calm down. So I'm hoping, Lisa, that that's something that you understand. Let us know if you can understand any of that.
Yeah. And then, as he was doing that, I'm like, you know what? I want to pull a card. And what I got for you, right, was this investment card. And it says, invest in your education and make some big plans for the future. Take calculated risks, but save something to fall back on. Does that mean anything to you? And there's honest echoes. Listen for whispers in your heart, for you know the whole truth. That's this card. Honest echoes. So if either one, I have two decks in front of me, so I wanted to just pull one of each. Now, does any of what was said make any sense to you, Lisa? And this is my baby. Hey, Bob. It's my fiance. Are you still there, Lisa? If anybody else would like to ask Phill a question, just put a comment, and we'll put it up.
Ask away. Yep.
She says, I do thank you both. They make very much sense, and thank you. Oh, cool. Well, that's good. That's good. Would you like to know anything else? I mean, is there anything else that comes through for her?
There is, Lisa. There's a gentleman I know I've brought through different gentleman that came through holding his shoulder, but he's asking you to. It's as though you've got a question. You want an answer to a question. He's saying flip a coin. Now, to me, that means if you choose heads or you choose tails, whatever the answer will be right for you. So just flip a coin.
Cool.
Right. Okay.
All right. So we have.
It's as simple as that.
Yeah, we have Colette here, and she says, hi, I want to know if things are going to get better for me because my husband passed away on the 10th of December and I have no money.
Right. Colette, on the 17th of February this month, we are in the fire horse, the new Chinese year. The last 3 years have been very, very difficult for a lot of people. And we're now looking at 3 years very positive for people. I know I am sincerely sorry that you've lost your husband, but things will all of a sudden change for the better. What I will say to you is look at horses. There's something, and I don't mean betting on horses. I'm talking about something to do with horses around you. You will see horses. There is something to do with horses, which not just the symbolism of a horse, which is a lot of strength, a lot of power. If we look at if we look at cars are how many horsepowers they have, how powerful it is. And the reason why I'm giving you a horse is because that's giving you a strength, and also the strength to move, to travel, to do things. I'm also being shown a lady who brushes the horse's mane. So I feel as much, very much, that there's an elderly lady, possibly your nan or your grandma, who used to brush your hair. You had long hair. I'm being shown that you've got shortish hair now, but you had quite long hair when you were a girl, and she's brushing your hair. She showed you how to brush your hair and look after your hair. And she's very close to you, around you at the moment. A lot of your family around you, giving you that support and that affection that you need because of a loss that you've experienced. Hope that helps.
Okay, and I pulled a card too. Okay, and what I got here, cloud of unknowing. This has always been you, Colin. Always. Because you always want to know, you always want to know. The answer is usually right in front of your face, but you just like can't grab it for whatever reason that is. It says, float on clouds of the unknown, surrender to the mystery and embrace the sacred within, which means like what he was saying and stuff. It's like you got to trust yourself and trust the things around you. You're more powerful than you know, or give yourself credit for, because you're more into the mourning and the I don't want to sound blunt, but the more like the poor me, as opposed to the I gotta do something. Right? It's like, okay, I understand. I lost my husband too a long time ago, but I had to pull my strips up. I had to keep it going. But we have to keep going. Okay, you have to take care of yourself. There's lots of things you have to take care of after the death of a loved one. God, I know it. Is it taxing? Hell yes. Will it get better? That's in your court, if you understand what I'm saying. You need to, if you want things to improve, you have to make steps to improve them. Right? Get rid of that cloud of the unknowing. Make it unknown. Make it your narrative. Well, that's what I'm going to say about that. Okay. Chris Bucks, he's my friendly mortician, and his daughter is in here too. She's writing something also, who's a little 9-year-old paranormal investigator. But he says, let me have it, please, and thank you.
I have, for yourself, there's a gentleman with you. I believe this gentleman is quite a military chap, because I'm being shown the film with you want the truth, you can't handle the truth. Now, I give that, and I'm looking at a courtroom, I'm looking at I don't know whether it was a colonel or a general or whatever, but he was in the US Marines, and he was being questioned by quite a famous actor. I'm looking at the film Few Good Men, I believe it's called, and I'm being told, Christopher, that film would be really good for you to watch, because I'm being told this gentleman is you have a doubt. You're doubting your own faith. You're doubting your own ability in something, and you've got to believe in yourself. You've really got to see yourself for who you are and what you are and your capabilities and your strengths. You can handle the truth. You are truthful. You are very formidable in actual fact, but you have to see that. You have to see yourself a lot better than what you're doing at the moment. This gentleman is really supporting. He's standing behind you, very close to you, and he stands with you very much and quite often. But I do get the sense now, he could have been in the US Marines, he could have been certainly a military chap, but it's more of this of, tell me the truth. You can handle the truth. You can deal with the truth.
I love these cards. Right? I just pulled this, okay? Expression. All right. Now, just get my old lady glasses on. Okay. You need work that lets you express your creative self. You could do well at writing, blogging, or a career in communication. What was he just saying? Okay. And out of this is the size of this deck. This is the card that I pull out of that deck. Come on, okay. You gotta tell me that this stuff doesn't work. I'll never believe it. All right. But I hope that makes sense to you. And if so, please put a comment down there. Colette she says, I'm trying, it's hard. And thank you. Yeah, we are here for you. We do love you. I do continue to pray for you all the time. All the time. I really do. Now my baby says, oh boy, okay, let it rip. Do you see the thing with the guys here? You know, like they can't just ask a question. They got to be like the manly men, you know, let it rip. Just ask a question. What do you want to know?
Yeah, Bob, very much. I've got a Ford Mustang, which is a very much what we describe in the UK as a muscle car. You say let it rip, but I'm being told you need to let go of something and let just get out and just drive and drive to a point where you just stop and then come back. There seems to be a lot of pressure around you at the moment. There seems to be a lot of concern around you, and you're holding on to things where you should just let it go. Let it be what it is. Let fate take its chance with you. But just jump in the car and drive and drive and drive. I've got you'll have to forgive me. I can see the song. I can see the it's something about drive all night. But I couldn't tell you. Is it Bob? Is it Rob? Olsen? Oh no.
Oh, I know that song.
Yeah, go on. Tell me about Gina. I can just see it. Sorry?
Baby, we can drive all night. That song?
Hey, it's I just see this song being on loud and you driving and enjoying yourself. Now, I'm not telling you to speed. I'm not telling you to put your foot down to metal because
slow down.
Because quite literally, if you get a speeding ticket, it's not my fault. All I'm telling you is to just drive and drive and drive. But driving really helps you. Yeah, Bob. Driving is one of those therapeutic things for you where it just lets you go out. Now, hopefully you got a full driving license. Hopefully you've got a car. Hopefully all these things. But this gentleman, this person that's with you just knows that you love driving, you love getting out, and you love having that power, and that's why I'm getting the Ford Mustang, the power of the muscle car, just to express yourself and to be yourself.
Well, he has a truck.
He has a truck. Okay. Right.
But,
yeah. Is it a Ford truck?
It was a Ford truck, and now what is it?
Good.
Mountaineer or something, whatever it is now. But he had a Ford. He had a Ford F-150, old one, and I loved it.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Yeah.
He finally had to get rid of it. It was like in 1990, 95, whatever it was. Very old truck, but it was great. And he's a mechanic, so you know.
Yeah. Right.
But he had muscle cars when he was younger, and he loved that. But I pulled this card here. Okay, seed of potential. Okay, plant the seed of potential and nurture. It's like I need these. Nurture its sprouting promise with your attention and care. Think about that one.
Yeah. The song was Roy Orbison, Drive All Night.
Oh, Roy Orbison. Oh.
That's what's... Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Let me see. I got to take that off.
I Drove All Night by Roy Orbison. That's what I was being shown.
He did that to be with me all the time. He used to drive from Pennsylvania up to Massachusetts to be with me.
Right.
Yeah. Okay, so let me hide this one. Get to the next one. Okay, Parakeet says, I love these shows. Dad told me you were on, and we're out of school tomorrow, so I can stay on and see what my spirit guide has for me, if anything. Now, this is my parakeet because I am known as the parafox. Okay, I named her the parakeet. She's young. She's an amazing little investigator. I do not ever allow children to come on investigations or be,
Yep.
this close into the paranormal. Yet this girl, far beyond her years, very good investigator, awesome, awesome, awesome soul. So I named her Parakeet, and when I retire, she can take my name as the Parafox.
Yeah, she has been here before. Sorry, I'm being quiet because I'm speaking to her spirit guide at the present moment. I'm just being told all the things that she's done and the things that she's still to do. Skylark, I could do with your first name because it's as though Gina, what is her actual first name?
Skylar.
Because there's something. Is it Skylar?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, right. Okay. Because I see a different name. I can see Angel, but I can see someone being called Angel, unless that's a nickname for her.
Ooh.
Yeah, she seems to be what we call a rainbow child. She's been here before. There's a connection with her and quite a small dog, white and beige color dog. But to me, it looks like a puppy dog. So whether the puppy dog's coming into her life or she's lost a puppy dog, but it seems quite small. I would possibly describe it as a Jack Russell, but I don't think you have Jack Russells in the US.
We do.
So I'm not too sure. You do? All right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's similar to a Jack Russell dog, but beige and white, mainly white with a bit of beige.
She says my Chihuahua Chewy.
Chewy. No, it's not Chihuahua. It just...
Well, Chihuahua's as small as a Jack Russell.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm being told, Skylar, that for you to get yourself some amethyst and put it on your left hand, if you can see my left hand, that's an amethyst. Let's see, that's an amethyst bracelet that I wear, and to put on your wrist, your left wrist. Now, left is to receive, but when you receive, it cleanses, because at the present moment, there's energies around you that just need cleansing. You have a lot to learn, but you're doing it right. But you have to learn to close yourself down and to stay closed until you need to open up. When the time's right for you, communication will be there from spirit. I'm being told in 5 years' time, you and I will talk again. Don't know why, but you and I will talk. Maybe face to face, which is going to be quite strange. So you're going to see me in 5 years' time, Skylar. Just remember my name. 5 years' time, that's 2031.
Wow.
And you will introduce yourself to me. I won't know you because when I give a message from spirit, it's not me, it's spirit. But they're telling me that you and I will meet face to face and you will introduce yourself to me and say, making plans. Look at that.
And I've been holding this card since he started, haven't I? I just drew this card. This is your card. Yep. I mean, I love doing shows like this. Absolutely love it. Chart your course with intention. The future is yours to design and navigate. Now, how perfect is that? Okay. My
Very much.
little love bug. My little angel. Okay, now she says, when you say spirit will communicate, do you mean like mediumship or message? Or a message? So
Both.
like,
Yeah.
oh, cool, cool, cool. That's pretty wild there. And then Christopher was saying about, about what we were saying to him. And he said, so be more open and out there. Yes. And so it does make much more sense. Thank you. Yes. Okay. Now let me see. Ralph asked a question up here. So this is when it's nice to have Mama D, because she always kept track of all these things. I'm trying really hard to keep track of all the stuff on the side here. So bear with me, people. Bear with me. All right. Ralph says, what's something about the spirit world most people completely misunderstand? Good question.
Okay. What I will explain about the spirit world is Hollywood. Now, Hollywood gives you the depiction that spirit world is generally bad, that they're out to hurt you. You couldn't find anything further than the truth. Your loved ones in spirit, your family members, even before you were born, you still got family members in spirit. All they want is what's best for you, to learn your lessons, to do the things that you need to do to look after you. They don't want you to be hurt. They don't want you to suffer. They don't want you to be in pain. They want you to survive. They want you to thrive. They want you to understand. So your loved ones in spirit are all about helping you, not hindering you. Hollywood is about negative, is about generally putting things down, making it, oh, these spirits are nasty. Oh, they're going to hurt me. They're going. Unfortunately, in this world, it is not spirit that hurts us. It is humans that hurt us. Spirits do not have the power to alter us, to affect us, or to hurt us. They have the power to give communication, to help us, to heal us, but they do not have the power to hurt us. We live in the earth plane, they live in spirit. Hollywood will tell you something different, but again, is that to frighten you? Is that to control you? When your loved ones in spirit only want the best for you. They want you, again, to say, I will say it again, to thrive and survive, to get through what you've got to get through, and to enjoy your life. They don't want you to be suffering. They don't want you to be hurt. They don't want you to have the bad things, but they want you to learn from them and move on. Just as you've got to kiss quite a few frogs before you find your prince or your princess, it's the learning that you go through. And sometimes you've got to learn what's bad for you before you can appreciate what's good for you. How's that?
That's good. However, I'm going to say something here.
Yes.
Being in the paranormal field, now we've run across some pretty nasty spirits, but they're just disheartened spirits. It's usually just angry. There was people, so they died angry. They didn't cross over yet. They're angry. So we come across these, as paranormal investigators, we try to get them to, go to the next place where they can cross over, they can get enlightened, they can be better, be with a better group of people. But we do run across them, But that thing, I like your explanation. We always say that here too about Hollywood, that it ruins all the, the stories like The Conjuring. We all know Andrea. We all know her, in the field. We know her like personally. We know that this story is not correct, what Hollywood portrays about the whole Conjuring series, but it sells tickets. So that's what they do, and that's it. Now we have Kathy. Hi. She says, hi, Gina and Phil. I have seemed to have fallen into a funk. What do I need to nudge myself out of this? Feeling like this is just not me. Any advice you can give me? Absolutely.
Okay. As I was explaining to Gina on the 17th of February, which is only a week away, We are entering Fire Horse, the Chinese calendar new year of Fire Horse. We are leaving the snake, and the snake is a lot about. We're in a transition period at the moment. These last 3 weeks, we're in transition where we got to clear and clean what no longer serves us. We've got to get rid of the stuff that is holding us down. The funk that you seem to be in, Gina, is very much you've got to clear it. Even clear, get rid of clothes, get rid of ornaments, get rid of anything that you no longer serves you, has no purpose. Sorry?
You said Gina. Are you talking about me or are you talking about
Kathy? Sorry, yeah, both.
Okay. Right, because I do need to clean that clutter.
Yes.
I'm talking about that today.
Sorry, I'm getting so. Kathy, you've got a really explosive and not agitated, but very, very lively lady with you that just wants to jump up and down and bang away. And she's like, it's just a phase. It's just a phase. What's going to happen, Kathy, is you'll get out of this funk, and in 2 weeks' time, you'll think of it and say, why did I worry? What was there to worry about? It's gone. It's past. But it's just that transition. We have the planets in alignment are, I think, on 28th of February. 28th of February, where we have 6 planets in alignment. There's a lot of things going on, certainly with February. Tomorrow, or today, I should say, today, my time, is Friday the 13th. So, you look at February, we've got a Friday the 13th, we've got the Chinese New Year, we've got the spirit alignment, we've got all these things going on, which is about clearing the old and bringing in the new. In the UK, at New Year, we have a tradition, and that tradition is a dark-haired gentleman goes out the back door, comes in the front door, and brings a piece of coal and a piece of bread. And that is to take the old new year, the old year out with him and bring in the new year with something that provides both food and heat. It's the idea of bringing the new, that gentleman coming through, and making things start. And that's where the Chinese New Year is coming out. You've got to get rid of the old. Whatever not serves you, get rid of that and allow the new come in. If you have a full tank, you cannot put any more fuel in that tank. You have to have an empty tank to fill it up first. And that's the same with yourselves. If you're full with clutter, with things on your desk, in your house, how can new things come in? You've got to get rid of the old before you can then allow new things to come in. I hope that helps, Kathy.
Now, do you think highly empathic people are more, affected by these planet alignments and such?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because if we go to the Native Americans, they didn't have lights, they didn't have technology. When it went dark, it went very, very dark. They see the planets, they'd see the moonlight. They were very, very close to the earth, very close of how the weather changed and where they would move and all the rest. They survived by listening to the earth. They survived by going where the animals went. That, if all the animals suddenly left, they would pack up and leave, because the animals sensed the weather was changing. The animals sensed that things were not going to be good, so they would follow the animals. Now, this is very much a case that we learn, but the media, Hollywood, no, it's this, it's that, it's the other. We need to get back to our senses and believe in ourselves more.
Yeah. So I got for you, Kim. Fully immersed. Okay? And it's everything you want is all around you, just waiting for you to see it. So that means it's buried. All right. So what he's saying, all about this clear the clutter and everything, that card just, put that nail in that coffin. So yeah, clean away the clutter. The clouds will dissipate. You'll be asking the question, like he said, why was I worrying? What was going on? Hopefully this makes some sense and gives you a little hope that, this is going to pass. All right. Now, Jessica. Hi, Jess. Long time no see, girlie. She says, spiritual table tipping. Ever see evidence of ectoplasm? I tend to ask Pharaoh questions. And yes, fire horse, when you were talking about fire horse. And also she asks all of that. And then she asks another question as well. She says, can our ancestors and guides help us with spiritual war against the elites, meaning the people in charge of like said nation? Yes.
Right. Well, let's go back to the first question about table tipping. Yes, I've done table tipping. It's fine. I much prefer, because I see and speak to spirit. I much prefer to see spirits. I much prefer to have an interaction with them than I do physical mediumship, as in table tipping and that type of thing. When I see other mediums work and they're doing that sort of thing, I see a lot of spirit around watching what's going on. Table tipping is quite an old thing as such. But when you give evidence of a loved one in spirit and you bring through evidence that no one else can know about, say, for example, when I gave a message to a lady, I spoke about a late husband and how he loved bringing flowers. Every Friday, he would bring a different flower to her, and would leave it on the table. She asked me afterwards, how did you know that he brought the flower? I said, he told me. But nobody knew that. I have not told anyone. But that's the evidence. He came through to give her a message that only she would know and she would understand, to give her the evidence that he was there to tell her he still loves her and still brings that flower to her. Every Friday, although she can't see the flower, he still brings that flower to her. That love has not died. That love has not gone away. That love is still there. And it was beautiful for me because I could feel the love from him to her and vice versa. And I was part of that love. It was really beautiful. Now, the other question about the elites. However dark things are, there is always light. There is always yin and yang. There is always equal and opposite. So no matter what is being brought by negative, there is always positive. Whatever your political aspirations are, if we were to look at China being negative, America at the present moment is very, very positive. That's your yin and yang. Not so much about the elites, Donald Trump and all the rest. That's not the aspect that I'm talking about. I am talking about, if we go back to COVID, if we go back to how we were controlled in closing down and looking after ourselves and taking this and taking that, to where we are now, where we can express ourselves and be a bit more free, things have changed. Things are still changing. There is a fight in the real world and the spiritual world against the good and the bad. And it is a sincere hope that the good will survive and the good will succeed. But that is not so much about people who have money. It's more about people who control power, people who control us by saying things on the TV, saying things on the media that is detrimental, but other people standing up and saying, no, I don't believe that. It's this, that's wrong.
So I pulled two cards because the first one didn't make sense until you said that. So the first one said new life. Okay. Now new life, when you were talking, like the yin and the yang and the stuff, You may get a fresh start or be called to bring new perspective to your old job. You may also get a tempting job offer in a new place. So, it doesn't necessarily mean job, because you're asking about, the elites. Take it in the context that it is, the new movement to go forward. Okay. You'll make good progress now, and you'll be able to overcome any obstacles in your path. Big leaps forward are possible, meaning us as a nation, as a people, coming together to make this stuff happen. It's not really necessarily a job. It's our job to make these things go forward, to do the progress. Like I was saying to Colette, you have to make your own destiny. We have to do what we can do. If we don't like things, we have to do the footwork. We have to change it. Okay. So, with a little bump from the spirit world, hell yeah. Can we do that? Can we ask them? Can we count on them? Can we say, please help me do this? Yes. Yes, 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 and more yes. Because we need it. And I hope that makes sense. And I did put this up. So Kathy said, I love it. It helps so much. You're right. Lots of old things to toss. I guess I'll push through. That's a fantastic card. And thank you both. And of course, you're very welcome. There's so much going on. Okay. So now, Jez says, I mean it in a non-confrontational, bipartisan way. Right now, there's definitely a fight. It's hard some days to believe we are all one. Yeah, one world. Yep, I know. Believe me, I know. And what's funny? Pre-show. Okay, me and Phill were talking for about an hour. That went by like that, mind you. But he said to me, that there was a guy saying that I don't have patience for stupid. And he wanted to put that right out there. He goes, pardon me for being blunt. And I'm like, please be blunt, because I am. And and I was just like, oh my God, yes, because I don't have patience for it. I seriously don't. None. And Jess, me, I don't. So, and you're just like me. So we need to take things in context. We have to hold hands when we have to hold hands. We have to appease when we have to appease. Because I need them for more support than anything. And thank you so much. Of course. Love you, girl. Miss you. Come to Paragon. Miss you. And speaking of, if you guys, we are, let me put this up here. All right. So this is what we have for guests for our Paragon so far this year. And, we always add more people coming. It's going to be a great fun year. And this year we're doing something different. And I just want to put this out here again, because we have applicants. Okay. If you send a message to me or to Bob, okay, because always we feature our celebrity guests at these events. Okay. We want to feature our friends, our people, people in the community. So if you're in the paranormal, if you're in the metaphysical community, we want you to send either me or Bob Christopher a message. All right. We want to know your bio. We want to see your headshot. We want to know what you would do. And what we're offering is a 20-minute workshop for both days, for Saturday and for Sunday. So what would you do in 20 minutes? And presentation matters, people. Okay. So headshot, bio, what you would do in that 20 minutes, what you would talk about, what you would teach, what you would show, what do you do in this paranormal or metaphysical community that we all live in. Okay. So do that. Okay. So back to the comments. And Mary Jane is here now. She used to come on here. Now her daughter's getting very famous. She used to come out and pull some cards with us, on the show. So I miss you very much, but your daughter is doing really well. Shaylee is amazing. So let's see. She has to buy new cards. Yes, I have new cards. Okay. Let's see. Skylar said something else. Okay. How can I open and start hearing more from my spirit guide, or should I wait to learn more first? And how old are you now again? Just say that. She's young. I think it's okay for younger ones to connect.
In the UK, we used to have lyceums.
9. I was gonna say
Very
that, but
young, yes, yes. We used to have lyceums, and lyceums were where children were taught about spiritualism. Now, I think there's only about 2 of them in the country now, but it used to be quite a common thing. And again, because of the media, because of problems, should we say, because children being children, they are easily manipulated. So I don't think the lyceums is something that. But what's interesting as a child is you are, Skylar, you're still developing. You have so much ahead of you. You need a life first. If you, when you're a spirit medium, you choose to do this job. You choose to do this work. You have a gift to begin with, but the thing is, you choose to do it, and it is difficult because everything that you do is judged by other people in a negative or a positive way, but it is judged because people can't see the spirit you see. They can't see and feel what you are aware of, and sometimes even the evidence is only confirmed with one person, not 20 or 20,000 people. So proving that spirits exist, proving that you are connecting with them can be very, very difficult. But when it's right for you, Skylar, it will be right. What I mean by that is you've got your formative years, you've got college, you've got school, you've got all these sorts of things to do. Have children as well. When those are out the way, you live your life. When those are right, then coming back into spiritualism, become a medium if you want, that sort of thing. But when it's right for you, they will step forward. When it's right for you, you'll be able to see, hear, feel, and whatever. But it is a choice, and it's a very difficult choice because it's not easy being a medium. It's not easy speaking to spirit. What I mean by that is you choose to do it, and spirit choose you to give a communication. But it is difficult. I don't know a single medium who hasn't had, sorry, I don't know a single medium who's had an easy life. They all have had traumatic events in their life. They've all had real problems, but they fight through it to be a medium and to give clear messages to people who need to hear from their loved ones in spirit.
I like that. I like that advice. I mean, yeah, I always say that. You know what? Trust your gut. You know it. When it's time, you trust your gut. Your gut is your intuition. You know, the direct messages from your spirit guides. You'll know what's right and what's wrong. You know, and you instinctively know it. So when it's time, it's time. But we are always telling you to slow down a little bit too, because then you do get judged. And he said that, you know, you get judged and this and that, but you get judged because of your age in the paranormal. And we always step up and protect you. But you always got to realize too that we're not always going to be there to protect you. The more you're out there, the more you spread yourself thin, the less of us there are to protect you. And if you understand what I'm saying. And I've always said you got to slow down a little bit, slow down a little bit, slow down a little bit. I don't want you to burn out. I don't want you to get overwhelmed. I don't want have the wrong experience, because I want this to be a wonderful thing for you, because I do believe in you wholeheartedly, 100%, girl, 100%. Love you, love you.
Skylar, you say your birthday's in June. When in June?
What day?
What day? Because I'll tell you what mine is in a minute. Once you tell me yours, I will tell you mine.
Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry you're sick, Mary Jane, because she would have been at open mic night with her daughter, but they're both sick. It's just a cold. Okay. And June
June
23rd.
23rd, yes. You're on a cusp between Gemini and Cancer. So you have a mixture of both Gemini and Cancer, which can be very not traumatic, but can be quite difficult because there are two very, very different signs. My father is a Cancer. I'm a Gemini. My birthday is the 6th of June. My
That's my
actual
grandson's
birth.
birthday.
Sorry?
That's my grandson's birthday.
Is it? Yeah.
Yep.
Well, my date of birth is 6th of the 6th, 1965, which equals 33. Now, 33, as a numerology aspect, is a master teacher.
I'm an 11.
Yeah. So, but it's, and people say, oh, it's 666. No. When you look at 666, you reverse it's 999, which is God's number. So,
Yep.
I believe I'm doing God's work. I'm not doing the devil's work. I'm not here to hinder. I'm here to help. If I can give a message to someone that makes a difference, if I can help someone get over what they're going through, then I'm doing some good. And that's what I believe every day that I live.
Yeah. That's wonderful. Just says, now this is the one that was, we've been going back and forth about the elites and such. She says, is there anyone you sense around me? If so, do they have any guidance for me?
Right. Yeah. Sorry, Justin. I am laughing because since I've been speaking to you, I've grabbed hold of this, and this is a squeezy. This is what we call a stress ball, right? And for you, Jessica, you are quite stressed at the present moment, and I have to say to you, you could do with this stress ball.
Yes.
Very much. But I also, right, I'm also seeing, right, Paul Newman throwing the ball against the wall. Now, I think this was a World War II film where he was in a cell and he was just throwing the ball against the wall. I think it was called The Great Escape.
Oh.
Now, that might be symbolic for you. It might be saying you need to escape, or it might be a case of you waiting for you to escape somewhere better. But watch the film The Great Escape. It's an old one, but it's a good one. And that, for whatever reason, there is a gentleman in spirit from the Second World War, an American in the Second World War, but he's talking about the Great Escape. Now, whether you understand who this gentleman is, but watch the film. It might be a bit difficult at first, but watch it. There is a message within the film, and especially around Paul Newman. That's why they're showing me the tennis ball, throwing the tennis ball against the wall. Patience, patience, patience.
She's a masshole like me. There's no patience. But I got for you open doors. Okay. See, this is like if it was the reverse, it would be making plans, but this is open doors. Okay. It says you have many options to take. God, I really can't see. You have many options, so take your time to choose what's right. Okay. And again, patience, patience, patience. It's the same thing. It's the patience, patience, patience. Your spirit guides that are around you, Jess, have a hard time, a real hard time. I remember you always asked, a long time ago when I was with Chris, and you used to ask, if was it your mom could come through because she never, ever, 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 ever came through, like to anyone. Am I remembering that right? And I always said, you are very just like me, and once you kind of let that go, man, I'm telling you, the stuff starts flowing in and you're going to notice a difference. It's like you got to stop doing this and just let it come in. Like I have that open door card. Walk through that door. Give it a shot. Give it a chance. Calm down. Maybe you do need that stress ball. She says, that's rough for me. I know it is, because it's rough for me. Oh, God. Bob is saying something here very much. Hold on a second. Bob's talking about she's very much ahead of any young investigators who had the pleasure working with her, and she's definitely has a gift, absolutely amazing. So he's talking to my friend Mary Jane, about Skylar. But I do have a thing here from David. Hi, David. He says, I had to go and have physical assessment last Tuesday, and my heart rate went through the roof. I haven't been allowed to go to work for the last few days. I'm seeing a doctor today, and hopefully he will give me a clearance to get back to work next week. So is that your question? You want to know if you're going to get your clearance?
Healing takes time. I will say to you, David, you have to allow yourself to heal. Wanting to be healed does not mean you are healing. I do feel very much there's lots of stress around you, but that stress seems to be created by you. But I am being shown you taking a bath, whether you have a bath in your home, I don't know, maybe it's a swimming pool, but certainly a bath would really relax you, with putting some salts, Epsom salts in that bath before you jump in and just soak and relax. I'm not saying you're dirty, please don't take it the wrong way, but it's just to soak, relax, and just chill again, letting all the worries come away from. Wanting and waiting for that clearance only stresses you even more so. Let yourself relax, let yourself calm down, let yourself breathe, let yourself take as much healing as what you need. And then when you're right and when you're ready, the green light will go and it will be there. There's a card for you.
I just have, because you're just talking about this. You can keep talking, but I just had to show this because this is like crazy. I will read this when you're done.
This is what we call synchronicity.
Yep.
It's your guides are being more synchronistic to what's coming in. But David, what I will say to you is let yourself heal. You have to heal first. If you cut your arm, all that pus, all that badness that's in the arm has got to come out first before you can heal. So you've got to let all the negative, all the bad come out by relaxing, by chilling, by letting your body heal itself. Your body will heal itself far better than any medicines that you could ever give yourself. Let it relax, let it heal, it will reset, and then, as Gina's said with a card, renewal.
It's insane. And it kind of even looks like Australia. It says you need to take time to recharge, right? So it's renewal. You need to take time to recharge your energy to get back on track. Challenges ahead require you to have faith and break through. What was he just saying? Is this insane? This is insane to me. I absolutely love this. And you've been overworked. See?
Yeah.
See? Nope.
Please.
And he took care of his very sick wife for a long time. You know, he's had a lot on his plate. A lot.
Yeah.
Okay. Mary Jane says, okay, this is the girl that used to read with me, right? She said, I would love some guidance if there's time. Of course there's time. There's always time for you. Always time for you.
Mary Jane, you have a very strong lady with you. And I feel this lady, I feel it's a grandmotherly link. So I feel it's on your mum's side of the family, your mum's mum. But there's also her sister, so it would be an auntie as well. The two of them are very close and very similar to you and very close on that side of the family. But these two ladies are either side of you, putting their arms under your arms and lifting you up. because they're telling me you need lifting up, you need bolstering up at the present moment, you need support. That's the word that we're talking about. You're trying to support everyone else, but you're not supporting yourself. And they're coming through to support you. They're coming through to lift you up. But right. I don't know who you are, Mary Jane. I've never met you before, but I see that you have this image that you portray as being a very strong lady, a very capable lady, and I'm sure you are. But at the present moment, you're feeling lost and alone. You're feeling as though other people are not supporting you, and these grandmother and this aunt are supporting you. And it's amazing how much spirit, loving spirit in spirit, sorry, loving family, loved ones in spirit are around you at the present moment to help you and make things move forward for you. But again, you have to let them do that. You have to let them come forward and show you what you need to do. But there's a lot of really good support and really good help for you just when you need it. I hope that helps, Mary Jane.
Yeah, her house is insane. She has like this big friggin' portal thing that goes right down through her house, like this, like a ley line that goes right through. It's like a spirit channel that's always there. But one card fell out when I was like trying to pull the cards, and it was higher wisdom, and it says explore options, learn what you can, and learn what you can and then expand your horizons. Okay. So it's like researching and stuff. And then I got meadow of moments, bask in the meadow of moments where presence blossoms in the simplicity of now. So you're go, 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 go. You're all about your kids. You are constantly there for the kids. You're constantly taking them everywhere. You were there for Shaylee and Logan. You're and your other daughters. I mean, you're there for everybody. Your husband, and yeah, you know what? Now that you got a little bit of a cold, take your moment. Reflect back on you. Why you're such a good mom. Why is it that you have all this power and this strength? Where does it come from? Is it coming from external? Is it coming in? Oh, look at that nice little dream catcher.
Mary Jane, please accept this dream catcher. If you haven't got one, get one, because I feel very much that you need better sleep, and a dream catcher will help you. Dream catcher doesn't stop dreams, it allows dreams to come through. A dream catcher stops nightmares. The idea is it catches the nightmares so you can dream, so you can relax and you can sleep well. They are. I don't know. Can you see that? Yep.
Yep.
Dream catcher. You can read that, all right?
Yep. Yep. And that's what, turquoise on there?
Turquoise. There are a few feathers. I'm not too sure what the feathers. I've had this for quite some time, and I basically, when I work away, when I work in different places, I take this with me in my suitcase and I put it on the window. The idea of a dream catcher is where your bed is, where your head's on the pillow and it faces a window, or it goes towards a window. So you would put that dream catcher on the window so that it catches your breath. The idea is it catches your breath, catches the nightmares, and allows you to sleep. If I go somewhere and I don't have a dream catcher with me, I will not sleep too well. I take this with me and I'm sleeping like a log, like a baby. That is something that I feel very much you need at the moment, Mary Jane. So that's why they're showing me that, and I'll take it from my window to show you. Yep.
That's awesome. Well, thank you for doing that. And what is he? Just signed the contract to do country festival again. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. Oh, I'm so sorry. She said one of her best friends passed away a month ago. I'm so sorry. I really am. Oh, love you. I love you. Love you. I miss you a lot. Christopher says, amazing show as always. I do have a question. I'm about to undertake a new path for our firm, right, mortician, to open up and serve certain religious denomination here in Pennsylvania. Will this be successful?
Do you want the straightforward or the complicated answer to that, Christopher? Okay, I'll give you a simple answer. Yes.
Oh, good. Okay.
I've got a gentleman that's with you who very straight, not should we say a man of very few words. And he just basically said, yes, not a problem. And it wasn't tell him this, tell him that, tell him the other. Yes, not a problem.
Okay. More. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, and I just pulled out the movement card again. All right. Yeah. You'll make some good progress now. You'll be able to overcome any obstacles in your path. Big leaps forward are possible. Bam. Out of, again, this ginormous deck. Do I pull that card out again? Yes. Now, Bob had to go and take a phone call. And before, when he was saying ditto, I said, what was the ditto about? And he said guidance. So Bob is looking if there's any guidance. I don't know if he heard all his race car stuff, about the going and the driving and everything. If not, you'll have to go back in the show and listen to that whole little section that was all about you, babe.
It was the Ford Mustang, wasn't it? Something about
driving.
And Roy Orbison.
Seek clarity. Yes, Roy Orbison, drive all night. Yep.
Yes.
Embrace honesty.
And I was being told, make sure you don't drive too fast. Just drive and keep on driving until you get to the point where you want to then come back. You've driven enough. And that's where I've got Roy Orbison singing Drive All Night. Now it is about, I see the Ford Mustang. I can see the muscle car. I can see that that power and that noise and that drive to get somewhere. And it will really be very therapeutic for you.
Well, so this Seek Clarity card, embrace honesty, face consequences, and sharpen your focus for personal growth. That's a tough. That's a lot. That's a lot.
Yeah.
We'll talk about that one later, Bob. Okay, so let me see. I gotta try to catch up again here. I said, oh, you missed it. Oh, okay. So you'll have to, we'll play it back for you later, Bob, because it was a lot and it was really good. And all right. Did I get anybody? Did I miss anybody? Did I miss anything coming up here? I hope I did.
Mary Jane says, I'm named after my grandmother and aunt. Never met my aunt, but grandmother passed away. And it's strange I brought through grandmother and aunt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. I think did I get everybody? Oh, he says thank you. You're welcome.
Yeah.
All right. So if I did miss you, just put another little message in there. If you're new and coming in, and if you would like a message, let us know. But so in the meantime, how did you get started in all this? When did you know that you had this gift? Hey, there's that cat. Do you have a cat?
Cat?
Do you have a cat? What is that? There's a dog?
There's a dog, a sheepdog.
Oh, okay. It's in the jar.
Yeah. Yeah. Come here. Sit up. Oh, oh, I got.
Oh, hello, baby. Oh
Oh,
my goodness.
this is Loki. Ow, ow.
Loki. Oh my God. Oh, so you like
So
mythology?
the
Take it. Oh yeah, and you
yes, I
it's Templar.
yeah.
Yeah. Hey,
Sit,
Loki.
sit.
I don't know if you can hear me. Hi, baby. Oh, aren't you beautiful?
He's a
Oh,
border collie,
oh,
sheepdog.
they're very active dogs.
Oh, very yes, yeah. He sleeps on his bed, which is a single bed. Well, that's his bed. But when I sleep in my bed,
Gotta sleep in that
and
bed too.
yeah, well, he waits for me to, should we say, start going to sleep, and then he'll come and I'll sleep by my legs. But he
Oh,
waits. He won't come straight away. He'll wait.
oh,
Um, so he's my what we call a service dog.
oh,
Um, he's there for my service, my support.
oh.
Because I've spoken to him now. He's wanting me to throw the ball around. So, right, sit, lie down, go on bed, bed, go on your bed, lie down. Very obedient dogs when he wants to be. Lie down.
Yeah, because it's
And just
like, where's my walk? Why are you up so late? Because he's in the UK here, so it's it's what 2 a.m. now for you, right? Like,
yeah, yeah. Well, he because he reacts to voice, he thinks I'm talking to him, when in
right,
actual fact I'm talking to yourselves. So
right.
he thinks that I'm telling him to do things when I'm not.
Yeah, it's time
On your
time to
bed.
get up and play
Go,
ball
lie
and
down.
fetch and
Yeah.
all
Oh,
that kind of stuff.
yeah.
I love it.
He'll sleep for hours, but then all of a sudden he will react and he'll go on for hours and then he'll sleep and it's good. It's nice.
Oh God, I love him. I want to get another dog. I do, but not yet. I have too much of
No,
too busy of a year.
you've got more important things than having another dog. You have a life to live.
Oh, I know we got a lot to do. Now, David, this is we already talked about David and everything about him and his healing. But like I said, he was taking care of his wife who was very sick with cancer for very long, and then
Yeah.
she's been in remission and she's been doing well. And he says that the cell count is still dropping, and she's been back to work for 8 months, and that is like that's the clouds
Yes.
separating and the sun shining on good people. You know, that's what that's all about.
Yeah. I was
Mary
just
Jane.
reading Jessica.
Good
I'm
night, you're zonking out.
I'm
Is it late for you?
zonking out. I don't know what
She's gonna go to
zonking
sleep.
out means.
She's passing out. She's falling asleep. She's doing this.
Okay.
Yeah. So here it is. It's almost 9:30.
Yeah.
There, you gotta think of where he is. All right. Like I said,
It's 20 past 2 in the morning on Friday the 13th. Yes.
Friday the 13th. Already, he beat us to Friday the 13th, and guess what? He survived, so it's okay. The world's not coming to an end. It's already here. It's there, right there.
Yes.
I can touch it. You know, sometimes doing this does make me get like giddy. You know what I mean? Because I just get in awe of that whole realm about, like whoever I have on here, whether it's me, Mama D, and Mary Jane, or we have Lisa Joe come on and do some readings with us. And sometimes we have other people come on. Like Athena used to do crystals with us, and she would do some readings with us as well. And it never ceases to amaze me how everything is just in sync, and even when they're not, it's still making that big picture for what's appropriate,
Yeah.
So I know that you were talking about your crystals. Yeah, I like my tiger eyes and my hematites and obsidians and things like that, more protection things. But I have, like all kinds of crystals over here. Opal full of crystals. Now, do you keep crystals on hand? Do you use them a lot?
I shall show.
Okay. Very good question, Stella. You know what I do after I do this? What I do when I start my day, end my day, I start my day by grounding and cleansing all this stuff. And then I begin my day that way. I end my day that way every day.
So, oh, hang on, let me get. I don't know how you.
Oh, we got too much light.
Onyx. Oops, sorry.
Yeah, so you got too much light. You have to put your camera back up again.
Okay.
Because it's like focusing on the light. That's better.
See, that's an onyx egg.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
I'm not too sure what that is. Then I've got these are shells. See?
Oh yeah, I use those for when I cleanse a house and I burn the sage. I let the sage go in those shells, abalone shells. Here's some amethyst.
Amethyst. That's
beautiful.
And then I've got
feminine energy.
All those crystals. Now, just to show you, when you choose a crystal, you don't choose a crystal, the crystal chooses you.
Yep.
And what you should always do is pick a crystal with your left hand. Don't look at it, just pick it up. Feel the energy of that crystal. If it's going hot, if it's going cold, if it's vibrating, then that crystal is yours and it's with you for a reason.
Yep.
Once you feel an energy, look what crystal you've got and see what that crystal means. And what I mean by that is just Google it. Take a photograph, Google photograph, and find out what a crystal is. That crystal will give you an answer to what you need at the present moment, whether it's pulmonary, whether it's emotional healing, whether it's thyroid, whether it's your voice, whether it's your stomach, whether it's your head, whatever the case may be, that crystal will have a meaning. But you have to Google it and find out what the crystal, the healing qualities of that crystal is. But you choose it with your left hand. Yep. You choose it with your left hand because your left hand has a vein from your ring finger that goes right up to your heart. So your left hand is your heart hand, and that chooses it by your heart, not by your eyes. That's why when you choose it, you don't look, you hold it in your hand, your left hand, and choose it that way. That crystal is choosing you. You are not choosing the crystal. And the crystal is there for a reason, and you'll find out what that reason is.
I love that. I love it. And there's also a difference too between, like, this is rose quartz, how everyone really gets it all polished and everything. This is rose quartz, rough. Okay.
Yeah.
So there's a difference in the energies that come off of both these
Very
things.
much so, yes.
So again, you always got to feel them. I used to do that all the time. I would lay my crystals out before I was going on an investigation, and I would just put my hand over them. And where my hand would start kind of shaking or get warm or whatever, those are the crystals that I would grab and I would put in my pocket and have with me.
Yeah. I gave a crystal, a howlite crystal, to another medium today. Never met her before. I went to a cafe, had some food. I asked about the crystals that were on the counter. The lady who doesn't normally go to the cafe was there. I spoke to her. She was a fellow medium. We knew a lot of different mediums. And I had to give her a reading, which was about her relaxing, her taking time for herself. Her husband wasn't well. He was in quite a bad condition, and she kept asking about her husband. But I said, the spirit wants healing for you, not your husband. It's about you receiving, not other people receiving. Once you receive and you're better, then they will look at your husband. But it's more important for you to receive healing, to you to receive a message, than it was your husband. And then 10 minutes later, her husband comes out. I didn't know whether it was it, but came across. And as he walked through the room, I was sending him healing. I didn't tell him. It was just a natural thing for me to send him healing. But unfortunately, a few of his ailments are psychosomatic.
Mm.
A
lot of people have that.
They're created by his own mind. They're created by it. He wasn't well, but it's a case that he's not helping himself, and he needs to then relax. He needs to take on board all the healing himself and allow the healing to take effect. But she was given the instruction that she's got to accept the healing, accept the things that come in for her, not necessarily give to others. The rule with healers, rule 101, heal thyself first. And that's basically, before you can heal anyone else, you should be healed yourself. You should be healing yourself before healing yourself, others. If you're not 50%, you're not 60%, then don't heal anyone else. Get the healing for yourself first.
Amen to that. Right?
Yep.
Now, while you were getting your crystals, Skylar put this up, and I was just kind of getting into it, and then you came and sat down real quick. Now, what I was saying was, because I'm in the paranormal realm, and they know it, and they're always coming at you, right?
Yep.
Morning, I start. The end of the day, I start. Right, so I get up in the morning and I sit. My feet are flat on the ground. Right, I rub my hands, and I want you to do this, Skylar. Rub and rub and rub and rub and rub your hands so much. Okay, you're gonna get warm. Okay, then you're gonna hold your hands apart. Now you can only see this here. Okay, your hands will be tingling. Now I'm way out here. Like I have this force. What I want you to do is keep your hands apart from each other like this. Bring them in to where you feel like a resistance. Okay, so mine's way out here. Right? It's a huge energy ball, but I kind of compress it down. This is like what the people use Tai Chi, and they send that energy ball across a room and can knock a plant over. All right, this is that energy. It's that chi energy. All right, so you're going to take this energy and you are going to put it in through your crown chakra, and you are going to wave it all the way through your body, depending on how good of a day you had or how bad of a day you had. You might have to do this a couple times to start dragging this crap out of you. Okay, so say you're in a really bad location, something bad happened, and you really need to get this out. It may take several times to just start getting it, but you'll feel lighter once it's out, and then you get it all the way down the ground, throw it away. All right, but then you're not done. Now you've got to bring in light. Okay, whatever light you can look up. You got Google, right? You can look up what all the lights mean. If you want to bring in white light, golden light, blue light, whatever light you want to bring in, but you just don't leave yourself empty. You fill yourself up. I like golden light and I like blue light. Okay, healing and and cleansing and powerful lights for me. So they work for me, and then I bring them in and I fill my body up and I bring it overfill it, and make this bubble around. So that's my protection. All right. So all day long, some stuff is coming at me and they're beating away at that protection, and some of it gets through. Yes. So by the end of the day, I'm going to bed, I do the same thing. At night, you're getting attacked by spirits all night long. So again, that's why you wake up in the morning and you do it again and start your day. So that's what I do. Now, Phill, what is it that you do to recharge after doing something like this, like a whole bunch of readings, or just your day in general, because you're like in communication with spirit constantly?
I ask them to step back.
Know that.
I go to sleep. I close myself down. I ask my gatekeeper to close me down. I ask my gatekeeper to send love and light to those who need it, and allow me to switch off. it's a bit difficult for me because I can close myself down. I can quite literally close all the chakras, close all my energy down, and then 15 minutes later be opened by spirit and give a message to someone. I don't necessarily open or close, but it's more a case that they choose, spirits choose when I need to heal or I need to give healing or when I need to give a message. But at night, I want to sleep. I ask them to close down. If I don't want to work, if I don't want to give communication, then I'll just ask spirit to step back. The thing you have to understand, Skylar, is you are on the earth plane, they are in spirit, different realms, different energies. You control how your body is and how you are on the earth plane. They do not control you. You control them to a degree. They will allow you to see them. They will allow you to hear them. They will allow you to communicate with them when you are ready. Not when you want to, but when they believe that you are ready. So you can't force it. You can't demand it. You have to allow it to happen when it's right for you. They will know. They'll have it already in your book, your Acacia records. They'll have that on the page. Skylar will be able to do this at such and such an age, on such and such a day, at such and such a time. They'll have that already organized. You will not know until it actually happens, and then it's your choice, as it's any medium's choice, to accept or to reject. If you turn around to spirit and say, I'm not ready, I don't want this, I'm frightened by it, they will step back. Simple as that. If the energy is too strong for you, if they are causing you problems, you just quite literally ask them to step back. And they will, because they don't wish you any harm, they don't wish you any pain, they don't wish you any upset. They're there to help, not to hinder. Yeah. It sounds too simple, too easy, but in my experience, it's true. They will help you, not hinder you, and they will work with you and for you. I seem to be getting on my soapbox. Oh, it's spirit.
You're doing so good. You're doing so, but it's true. It is very, very true. Now you mentioned the Akashic records.
Yes.
Have you worked with that, or people that accept, or do you accept, or, so tell us about that.
I have an ability to read Acacia records, and I am aware that I have the ability to alter Acacia records, or alter my own, not other people's, but alter my own. I choose not to alter. I choose not to make amends, because again, my life is not perfect, but it's not a misery. It's not I'm not destitute. I have a roof over my head, I have food on the table, I have clothes on my back. So my view is, why would I alter my Acacia records? Why, even though I have a gift to be able to do that, why would I want to do it? If things were bad, then maybe yes, I would. But again, if things are bad, my view is I am learning a lesson. There's something I have to learn. There's something I've got to find out what it's about. I have to learn the lesson in life for me to move forward. I can read Acacia records, other people's records, because one of the things that I have learned to do is to give evidence of the past, the present, and the future. But again, it depends on what spirit want the person to know and what will help them. Giving someone, like I did with Mary Jane, about the support of her grandmother and her auntie, it's because she needs that support. She needs that support at the present moment, and it's her loved ones in spirit that giving her support, so she feels supported. Now, whether that's because more things are going to happen within the next 6 months, or they're not showing me that, because it's not for me to tell Mary Jane or anyone what's going on. But I will tend to turn around and say, buy a date, and I might give a birthday of, say, the 3rd of September. There's a birthday for you, Gina, on the 3rd of September. Do you understand the 3rd of September?
Mary Jane or me?
Sorry, not Mary Jane. Gina, not Mary Jane. Gina. Because I can get an answer from you by if I ask Mary Jane, it might be 7 minutes before she answers. No, for yourself, Gina.
A birthday on September 3rd? No.
Yes. You sure?
Yeah, I got a brother September 22nd. Yeah, we're all nines. I'm all nines. My birthday's the 9th. My daughter's the 9th. My other daughter's the 9th. Their dad was the 9th. We got divorced after 9 years. Everything was 9.
Yeah.
Now Bob's a 10. But
yes.
But yeah, September.
But 3rd of September is important. There's a 3rd of September with you. Huh. Now, still, I was given the 3rd of September as a birthday for you. So, say for example, you said yes, right? That then, for me, is an evidence of the message I would give. So I would possibly turn around and say, by the 3rd of September, you're going to go on a cruise to the Caribbean. You're not aware of this cruise, but it's going to happen. Right? And it will materialize on the basis of they're telling me this and they give me a date. So now, when I say the 3rd of September, it might not be the 3rd of September this year. It might be the 3rd of September next year. Okay. It depends on how they say it. But the 3rd of September is the date for the future, and it's usually relevant with yourself.
Oh, Mary Jane, September 3rd, the one who passed. Yeah. That was your friend's birthday. Oh, okay.
Yep. So the message was for Mary Jane, not for you.
All right.
See, again, I'm looking at you. I'm saying Mary Jane, but I'm speaking to you because I'm asking for a room. So, Mary Jane, I will say to you, as I've said to Gina, by the 3rd of September, you will be on a Caribbean cruise. Now, I'm hoping it's this 3rd of September, not the 3rd of September next year. But let me know how you got on with the Caribbean cruise.
Wow, that would be wonderful, wouldn't it? Maybe you're going to go because Fabian's going to be doing something, singing on the cruise. That would be
if you think about that, how do I know the 3rd of September is a birthday? I thought it was for you, but obviously it's Mary Jane. Spirit is showing me the 3rd of September.
Yeah.
I think it's for you. Yeah, but I think it's for you. But Spirit, no, it's for her. Right. But I'm still communicating, and I can see the Caribbean cruise. Now, I've been on a lot of Caribbean cruises myself, but that's odd. I have no inclination for that. Well, maybe it's something you should do. Maybe Mary Jane, yes. I'm a very fond one for don't knock it until you try it.
Yeah. But then again, it could be me, because next year at that time, because it will be like coming up to our first anniversary, I might say, let's go on a cruise, because Bob and I have been talking about cruises for a long time. And if we go, it would be a Caribbean one, because I want to go to St. Thomas. So, it might be me for that next year. However, I think they're just getting, intertwined here between me and you, Mary Jane.
See, Mary Jane has never been on a cruise.
Oh, I love them. Love them.
I love them. I think they're a floating hotel, which each morning, each day, you're at a different destination.
Yep. They have every bar under the sun to go into. You want to dance, you want to do 80s, you want to sit around someone playing the piano and singing to you. I mean, it has everything. It has a casino, it has shopping, it has shows, it has a theater, it has swimming and food and more food and more food. And then you can do all your excursions in your places, or you don't. It's whatever you want to do. It's the best thing ever. And they clean your room, and you don't even have to carry your luggage. They do that for you. I mean, it's insane. It's just like, and the captain's dinner, it's like, I'll have a lobster tail, please, darling. Thank you. They're
I
awesome.
was, I
And they're
was.
not like a rocky boat. It's very smooth. You know what I mean? They're
Oh
very,
yeah,
get afraid of the
you
water. The only
you
thing
don't.
you might feel
Yeah,
is when it shifts like this every once in a while and goes a different direction. You might
yeah,
feel a little sideways shift here and there, but you
yeah.
don't feel any waves. It's the thing is it's a friggin' tank. You know what I mean? It is. It's like it's like a whole damn city on the ocean.
Yeah, it is. I was when I went to a place called Tortola um, in the Caribbean islands. I really feel connected to that place, but I couldn't understand why. Beautiful island, very very hot. Not a lot there, but a beautiful place. And I learned today that Tortola was a pirate capital, Pirates of Caribbean. That was where they had one of their bases. So that's why I was connected to Tortola. But it felt so beautiful. There's very few places in the world that I've been to that I would want to live in. Tortola, Bermuda, and Cyprus. One of those three places I would live in if I chose, if I had the money. Yeah,
I know,
if
right?
I had,
So,
yes, if I
yeah.
had the opportunity, one of those three. And I could never understand, but Barbados, beautiful place, friendly, very, very friendly people, brilliant place. But Totola there wasn't much there, but it was just a place where I felt relaxed. I felt at home.
Yeah.
And as I say, I found out today that was a pirate capital. The
Nice.
pirates in the 17th and 18th century had a capital in Tortola,
Nice. I
which
think
was
I've seen
quite,
that on one
yeah,
of those Pirates of the Caribbean movies. I think
yes,
they were talking
yeah.
about going there. But
Well,
love,
they filmed Pirates of Caribbean 3 in Tortola. You know
ah,
the beach where
all the
those
little
crabs are
things.
moving the ship.
Yeah, yeah.
That was Tortola.
Nice, nice. Oh, I love the
Yes,
white,
yeah,
white, white
yeah,
sands. Those
yeah,
waters are just stunning. I'm telling you. You know, when they say that blue, not like the blue oceans we have here, they're just dark and
yeah,
murky. There, they're crystal clear and aqua colors, and the fish are amazing colors, and everything about it is just so awesome.
yeah,
Just so awesome. I love it. And I would, if I
yes,
could live on an island, I would go to St. Thomas. You
yeah,
know, I would. I love it there, right on the top, so you can overlook everything.
yeah. The map the say no. That's I'm thinking of which is the other one with the mountains, the high peak mountains. St.
In the
Thomas.
Caribbean,
Yeah, St. Vincent's. St. Vincent, I
go
think,
there.
the island on. Yeah, I've been to, I think, 75% of the Caribbean islands. The
Oh,
one that I still haven't been to is Cuba, because when I was in the Caribbean, you couldn't go to Cuba.
right. We stopped at Cuba. You can get off the ship. You could go to the duty free store, and then you get back on the ship. So that's all you got
Yeah,
to see of
yeah,
Cuba. You know,
yeah. But I mean, I'm talking a few years ago. You weren't allowed to stop in
this was a
Cuba. It was
long
the
time
one.
ago. Yeah,
A few years, yes.
yeah,
It's a
yeah.
few years since I've been on a cruise, but yeah, hopefully next year, maybe this year, whenever. We'll see.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, because I always said to Bob, you know, we should go on a cruise. We should go on a cruise. We're going when we go after we get married. We're going to the Outer Banks, so you know we'll be on the
Yeah.
ocean. You know, get an Airbnb, a nice place, but you know we got to drive 9 hours to get there. So, yeah, but that's the thing about a cruise too. You just get on that ship and just
Yeah,
do it. Just chill
it
or
is.
dance or whatever, or just And the
Yeah.
people that work the cruises, they're great. You know, my friend, I'm taking her to the airport in a couple weeks. She's going on a cruise, and
Yeah.
she'll be, and then she's going down to Texas too for some reason. They're sailing out from down there, so she's going to Texas. She'll be doing some stuff there, and then going out. And I'm like, I'm so jealous. You
So
know,
Gina, what would you say to Mary Jane to convince her to try a cruise?
You would flip and love it. That's it. Just do it. Do it. If you ever get a chance, and it's good. It's a good, like Carnival cruises, stuff like that. You can find them cheap. And then if you get on a list too, like if you have the opportunity to be on a list for the people that cancel, you can get them even cheaper. And if you don't opt to spend all the money to get these fancy schmancy estate rooms and balcony rooms, and if you like that, great. But if you want to just go, hardly you're in your room. So get the inside ones, and you can make these things so affordable because everything else, the life of the party is out of your room, unless you know what I'm saying. But we after 9. Okay, so the family hour is over. Right? I mean, you can have a party in your room if you want to, but but you can make
Mary
it affordable.
Jane, you will go on a cruise. I can put money on it. I could turn around and say, obviously, you can accept or reject, but the offer of the cruise will come forward to you. It'll be presented to you. Your choice. But I will say to you, say yes, and you'll have the time of your life. That's, yeah. It really will make a difference.
Oh, my God. She says, we can go on hers. I'm telling you, once you experience it, then you'd be like, oh my God, why have I not done this before?
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. I'm not even kidding. It's fun. It's easy. It's just the easiest kind of a
experience
you can take. Yeah. Yeah, because you go to a vacation, you got to go, you're going to get there, you're going to get into your place and, and drive everywhere and, go do all these things. And this, they take care of you. If you're doing an excursion, they take you to the excursion. You have guides that walk you around, and you come back on the thing and you back on the boat and go to the next place and you see all these different places and you have so much fun in between the places. It's just so, it's the best kind of vacation. It really is. Other than going to one of those, what do you call them when you go and they have everything there at a place and it's their community. There's a name for them. You know what? It's getting like past my bedtime, so the brain's not working. It's like, they have in a certain, space, and you go and you stay in this space, and there's all these things that you can do in this space, but it's on land, so it's like a cruise on land. There's a name for those.
That must be an American thing.
Oh, it's they're all over the place. Okay, Mr. Phill, before you guys end tonight, what does Spirit say about how awesome Paracon will be this year? Oh, my Paracon is.
What exactly is Paracon?
Okay, so
this is Paracon.
This is Paracon. We have Penhurst Asylum in Spring City, Pennsylvania. It's huge grounds. It's 360 acres, so it's huge. So we get to have a lot of people. And we, like I said before the show, 9,000 people we had last year attend, which was like phenomenal. Biggest on the East Coast thus far. But we had Josh Gates come too. So this was our lineup last year. So, we had Josh come. And obviously he's a very big draw, but so is everybody on this list. These people are amazing. A lot of them are our friends, but Kindred Spirits, Ghost Hunters, Project Beer, Ghost Brothers, Katrina Wegman, Nick and Tessa Groff. We have Twin Paranormal coming this year, which is a first. We have True Blood Star. We have, Grim Stars. We have Jason, Michael Myers, all that. Patty Negri
Michael Myers.
Patty Negri.
Not the Michael Myers.
The actor. And Kim Coates has been in like everything, and Skinwalker Ranch guy, and and then like the YouTube sensation and TikTok sensation, Selena Boo. She is just hilarious. The collective is coming. The Sons of Anarchy, which are the Mountain Men. And then there's so much stuff to do. So it's a nonstop thing. Like you can do tours of the buildings. So they have history tours that go around Penhurst because it's got its own history. There's always these little sideshows going on. And like I said before, this year we're going to be highlighting 10 people. And Chris and Parakeet, you probably got it. All right, I'm not supposed to say that, But we're taking applications for regular people to do 20-minute workshops on each day, on Saturday and Sunday. We started all off with Friday night VIP party, which is food. A lot of our celebrities come. You get to meet them, talk with them. We have a meal. We have question and answer time with them. We put them up on the stage. So it's a huge location. And then Saturday, we have vendors. We have I don't even know how many vendors we have this year. We were going to end it at 250, and now I think we're at 300 and something vendors with the most amazing vendors, us included, for Vortex Ghost Care, in the mix. So you can get everything that you need on your list, your shopping list there, and just great people. Lectures are going on during the day. I mean, it's endless. It's constant ghost hunts at night in the location with celebrities. So it's nonstop. I don't sleep for the entire weekend. So from Friday until Sunday night, then it's over. And then the, drive home, 2.5 hours home. Then I can sleep for about a week. But it's nonstop.
The last ghost hunt I was on was in Lancaster Castle. Do you know the story of Lancaster Castle?
I do not, but I would love to know, and I would love castles, and I would love to live in one. I call this my castle. This house is my castle.
Well, do you know about the Pendle Witches? Have you ever heard of the Pendle Witches?
I have, but I can't think of what it is. You know what it is? I watched too many horror movies.
Yeah, about 5 years after Guy Fawkes. Guy Fawkes was the guy who tried to blow up Parliament. 5 years after that,
yes,
there was a convent in Pendle, which is Lancashire, of people, women, but there was women and men who were arrested as witches that were transported by foot and cart to Lancaster. It was quite a journey. They went to Lancaster Castle, were imprisoned there for a time, and then they were trialed, and they were marched up to Lancaster Mound. I can't remember what it was actually called, but atop of a hill, which was quite some distance away, and then they were hung. Now, these are called the Pendle Witches.
Okay.
Now, that was the last ghost hunt. That was the last ghost hunt I was on.
Wow.
And the actual cell where quite a few of the accused witches were in was very energetic. There was a lot of energy. The rest of the castle was quite quiet, but that was very, very dark, very foreboding. There was a lot of sad energy there. But in the UK, if you guys ever get a chance to come to the UK, you will love the ghost hunts that go in the UK, because you will come across some very unusual ghosts in the UK.
Yeah, I'm
some very, very old buildings.
The great UK castle tour. That's what I would like to do. If I could just take like a whole year and just go do castle tours, oh my God, I would be in heaven.
Yeah.
Heaven. But then again, I do want to go to Italy also. I want to go to, and what's funny is Nick and Tessa were just talking about this, and Nick and Tessa Groff, they're doing an Italian tour actually in this September. And they're going close to Pavia Island, which Nick actually got to go on. And that's like my place. I want to go there like more than anyone asks me like, what's the location that's on your bucket list? And although it's like one that's impossible because they don't let you go there, it would be Pavia Island, Right. And they go very close, and I'm just like,
Have you heard of Amalfi Coast?
Yes.
That is a beautiful place.
Yes.
You travel on a coach that you think cannot fit on the roads, and the bus drivers, the coach drivers, are absolutely fantastic. They go round corners that you'd worry about getting a car around. They will just sail round these corners. Absolutely amazing.
I watched that
But it's
stuff.
beautiful. Yes.
And my butt is up to here. Let me tell you, I'm just
Yes.
like, you know,
Yeah.
I have to have like my OCD will go through the roof with something like that. Honest to God, I don't know how to say that. Chinocchio, is that how you say it? Chinocchio? Am I close? Castle in France is amazing. I have
It's a
no
French castle.
a French castle. Yes, I would any castle I would love to go to. But you know what? We are down to our last 5 minutes. You are amazing that you stayed up this late at 3 a.m. on Friday the 13th to be with us. I'm so glad that random scrolling on Facebook one day found you.
No.
You know,
As I say, if you need me on again, give me a shout.
I would love.
If I describe myself as an SOS medium.
Okay.
So
So
when
when it needs,
what happens? Yeah, when a medium cancels a church, the church will ring me up and say, "Phil, are you available tonight, tomorrow, the weekend?" I say, "Yeah, no problem at all." So I then fill in for other mediums.
awesome.
So I don't necessarily plan the churches too much in advance. So I could be at 5 different churches in 1 week, and then not in another church for another 2 weeks. It doesn't worry me because I am there when I need to be there.
Right. But you are going to be here.
Yes.
Okay.
Horwich National Spiritualist Church in Horwich, which is, I think, near Bolton, Lancashire. Lovely church, very old church. I believe it was, I don't know whether it's say consecrated, but it opened in, I think it was 1899. So, it's like 120, 130 years old. Very old church. Nice big church, beautiful energy. I work in quite a few different churches, all through Northwest and North Wales. And again, you ever get a chance to come to the UK, go to a spiritualist church, go to a spiritualist church, spiritualist centre, Google it, find out where the nearest one, and just experience a British spiritualist event. Because it will surprise you, the level of communication, it will surprise you what's said, how it's all done. Some can be formal, some can be informal. Usually say the Lord's Prayer, usually a prayer to open, prayer to close. There are churches that sing, there are churches that don't sing, but they make an event of it, and it can be really, really good.
Love you guys so much. All right. Well, listen, I will definitely have you back on again. There's no doubt about it. Because once you're here, you're part of the Fox Den family for life.
Yep.
Mary Jane knows that. Everybody that's here knows that. And it's just how it is. But I'm gonna find my exit video here. That's the intro. That's not the one. This is the one. Okay, so I'm gonna say buonanotte to all of you. Ciao. I will be back next week. She's asked me who my guest is. I don't know, but I'm sure it'll be great. Maybe not as great as the show, but it'll be great. And thank you again, Phil. Hang with me for a minute. I'm gonna say bye to everybody else. And ciao.
Take care, everyone. Bye.
Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of the Fox Den with Gina B and Mama D. We are here every Thursday evening from 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, bringing you a variety of guests or our own intuitive oracle card reading shows. We are streaming live on Facebook on my personal page and our YouTube channel, The Fox Den with Gina B and Mama D, on Mama D's YouTube channel, Angel Meadows, as well as our audio-only venues. We hope you enjoyed our show and our guest or your reading, and we would love it if you would go to our YouTube channel, The Fox Den with Gina B and Mama D, subscribe, share, and definitely hit that notification button to never miss a show. We'll see you all next week, and subscribers, watch for our pop-up shows as well.